How we doing, guys? And it's the match reaction. Bournemouth 0, Arsenal 4. Very, 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 very comfortable afternoon. And yeah, look, listen, it's one of them games where you're playing against a side that you should be beating. Bournemouth have, you know, not had a great start to the season. Haven't won all season. And it's just one of those where you've got to go out, you've got to be professional, you've got to get the job done. And we did exactly that. And it was a very, very comprehensive performance. You know, Bournemouth only had one shot on target all game. We got a couple of penalties in there. Kai Havertz has scored his first goal, finally. And it was so nice the way that the players all reacted as well to celebrate the goal with him. And it's something that you hope could be a weight off his shoulders now. But yeah, it was just a very, very straightforward, comfortable, enjoyable afternoon. There was obviously question marks about players before the game. I told you in my preview, didn't I, about Bukayo Saka, that he would start this game. I suppose the only concern is with 15 minutes to go, he came off and he looked like he was struggling again. So that's a little bit of a concern. Declan Rice, he started, you know, we were able to bring him off. We were able to make a load of changes. And it was really nice to do something like that because, you know, we've got a big Champions League game on Tuesday against Lens. And yeah, that was the priority once the game was done and dusted, to be quite honest with you. I think once we got that third goal, I know, you know, most people probably say that once we went 2-0 up, the game was done. But 2-0 is always a dangerous scoreline in football and you never know what happens. So you look at it and you think, yeah, it's decent in that respect. So Emil Smith-Rowe, he was able to get some minutes as well, which was really, really good. You know, Tomiyasu got to come on. I think the one thing that I had a question mark over at the start of the game when I see the lineup is how nketiah was starting again. And I'm just sitting there scratching my head. And I'm like, what does he actually do? And, you know, I know he won the penalty for the second goal. But overall, you're just looking at it and you're thinking, it's just not enough for me anyway. I'd like to have seen Reiss Nelson start the game, if I'm being perfectly honest with you, with Gabriel Jesus through the middle and Reiss Nelson getting, you know, an opportunity. Emil Smith-Rowe got some minutes, should have scored, clean through. And it's one of them ones where you think that you open your body to bend it round the keeper, but you go back across. But listen, maybe that's just down to a little lack of sharpness or whatever it might be. But it was good for him to get some minutes, that's for sure. So when you look at the rest of the Premier League games so far, I know that Liverpool have lost. That was an insane game, going down to 9 men. And Spurs getting nothing but luck with the offside. And I don't know what's happened there. They've not drawn lines or whatever. I don't know whether that was a, you know, similar situation for us when we had the game that the lines weren't drawn. I think that was against Brentford, wasn't it? Yeah, listen, it is what it is. Manchester City, they lost to Wolves. That's a big, big result. To be fair, that's yeah, I wasn't expecting that, and I don't think there was a lot of people that were probably expecting that. So you're looking at it and you're saying, you know what, that's big. That's big for Man City to drop 3 points. It allows us to close that gap, and of course we do play Man City next week. You know, before another international break. Does my nut in these international breaks, honestly. Ben White gets on the score sheet. And yeah, like I said, it was just a very, very comfortable afternoon all round. And yeah, the Kai Havertz moment, scoring that penalty, I did really like the way that the players reacted to that and the way that they looked like they were so happy. And you can kind of tell that there's been a lot of, you know, weight on the shoulders and whatnot. And that goal, you know, hopefully is something that can, you know, kickstart his season. And, you know, you're not going to have everyone sitting there now saying, like, when's he going to score? When's he going to score? Etc., etc. Interesting statistic. And I was thinking about this earlier on, because once again, we've kept a clean sheet away from home. It's our third this season, you know, 3 away games, 3 clean sheets. We have more clean sheets since the start of last season than any other team in the Premier League. We've got 13 away clean sheets since the start of last season, 5 more than any other team. Now, we've kept 17 in total, 13 away from home. So only 4 times since the start of last season have we kept a clean sheet at home. Even this season, Nottingham Forest, we concede. Fulham, we concede. Spurs, we concede. It's just a continuation. And I can't quite put my finger on it why yet. I bet Mikel Arteta's sitting there wondering why. I bet he's trying to find the solutions as to why. Because if we can stop the goals going in, you know, at the Emirates, then we've got an even bigger opportunity of winning the Premier League. You know, 13 times we've kept clean sheets away from home. That's an unbelievable statistic. But we've only kept 17 in total. So 4 at home. That's awful. And home record, you know, it's meant to be your fortress, your castle, your place where, you know, teams will find it difficult. But teams are always scoring there. So food for thought, something that I'll probably look into over the international break, actually, and just see, you know, what's actually going on and see if I can find any kind of reasoning behind it. But yeah, look, listen, it is what it is. We get the win. We move on. Champions League action on Tuesday, then Manchester City at the weekend. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button, smash a like on this video, and I will see you lot soon. I'm out of here.